49ers Sac-Hi Sports. The league races are coming down to the wire, and we have highlights from the exciting matchups. We'll show you McClatchy taking on River City, Stag meeting Bear Creek, and Ponderosa battling Placer.
Softball features the first place showdown with Oakmont and Ponderosa. You'll see the league championship games for boys and girls lacrosse, plus the story of the Granite Bay Rugby player living half a world away from his family for a better future. 49ers Sac-Hi Sports starts right now.
Welcome to 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. I'm Aubrey Tolliver.
And I'm Robert Braunstein. Let's start tonight in Sacramento, where the Jesuit Marauders come into the week on top of the Delta League. Tyler Vargas gets to start on the mound Tuesday as the 10-2 Marauders face the 9-3 Elk Grove Thundering Herd.
Elk Grove's Corey Williams is batting .440 on the year with 16 runs batted in. The Thundering Herd needing a series win to stay in the league title hunt. Game 1 of the 3-game set between Elk Grove and Jesuit played on Tuesday.
Big game. So Jesuit gives the ball out to their guy. Well, one of their guys, Tyler Vargas, gets to start against Elk Grove. Top of 2, no score thanks to plays like this. Brandon Forrester, the pick in the hole. The throw is in time. A great pick by Max Weisner. Marauders flashed in the D early on, but Oak Grove would get their revenge. 2 on for Devin Kenzel, who smacks it up the middle just off the pitcher's glove. The ball moves around and cannot be handled. Sean Myers-Cox comes in to score, and the Thundering Herd lead 1-0. Still 2 on for Elk Grove. This is Ryan Zamora, rakes the pitch down the line for a triple. Everyone scores, and it's now 3-0 lead for the Herd. Bottom 2 now, and Jesuit gets on the board. Arjon Joel singles to center. That's going to bring Brett Griffiths around from second, and he's in. It's 3-1 EG. To the third inning, Arjon stands on third, and the good jump he gets here, the pitch gets away from the catcher, makes all the difference in the world. He's in standing up. It's a 3-2 ball game. Fourth inning now, Thundering Herd get 2 more thanks to base on balls, back-to-back walks. Oh man, that brings in runs, and the Herd leads 5-2. A lead like that would be all that A.J. Hutchinson would need, right? As the senior gets the punch out in the bottom half of the inning. Or is it? Not so fast, my friends. It's a 5-3 ball game now. Bottom half of the 5th. They're loaded up for Ethan Sue, who delivers the ball on left. It's a hit. Arjon comes in to score, but check out the throw by Myers-Cox for Elk Grove. They get the runner at home. Then catcher Evan Gentile fires down to Aiden Jimenez, who completes the 7-2-5 double play as Elk Grove hangs on to win 5-4. Zamora was big with the 2 RBI triple, and that boost gave EG the win.
The Placer Hellman looking for a sweep over Ponderosa Friday night. The Hellman with a runner on second in the bottom of the second. Jake Graham hits a line drive to left, and it one-hops the fence. John Handy scores, and Placer goes on top 1-0. Placer looking to do more damage in the third. 2 runners on. Calvin Meyer singles on a chopper to the left side. That loads him up for Graham, and Jake gets a ground ball to short. The ball is mishandled, and that allows Daniel Corkery to score as the Hellmen aren't done yet. Jaden Thompson with a ground ball to second. Tyler Scowcroft gets the out at first as Cam Staton scores on the fielder's choice. It is 3-0 Placer. Next batter is Nick Schaefer, and Nick hits a long line drive to right center, and that's a gapper. Schaefer makes it to third on the hit, bringing home Meyer and Graham. That's 4 runs for Placer in the inning, but none of those runs are earned. Benny Maxinowski gets out of the inning with the K. He would finish with 11 punch-outs. Benny now looking to his offense to get something going. Aiden Arnett singles on a line drive to the left side to put 2 runners on. But Hillman hurler John Handy strikes out the batter for out number 3, allowing just 4 hits through 4 innings. Top 5, Pondo threatening with runners on second and third. Ground ball to Daniel Corkery. Daniel throws to Nick Schaefer at home in time to nab the runner and to keep Pondo off the scoreboard. That allows Handy to complete the shutout, throwing all 7, striking out 11, en route to the 5-0 Placer win. The Hillmen squeeze into second place in the Foothill Valley League with 3 games left to play.
Nick Pecoraro here. Roseville looking to inch closer to the CVC title. Tigers ace Malaya Johnson was in the circle against River Valley Friday. Johnson in some trouble in the second as Abigail Shackelford ropes a double in the gap, but the next batter, Harmony Bacchus, pops up her bunt attempt, and Genevieve Goldsworth makes a Gold Glove-worthy play to keep a rally from forming. Big third inning for Roseville. Michaela Newsom lines one into the gap in left center. That scores Taylor Black from second. Newsom is so fast she ends up with a triple without our cameras able to keep up. Later in the third, Goldsworth brings Newsom home with a single to center, but the Tigers aren't done. Shaylin McDowell with a sac fly to right. Goldsworth scores from third, and it's 3-0 Roseville. To the fifth now. McDowell sends a deep fly ball to left, but Shackelford comes out of nowhere to make a leaping grab, robbing Roseville of extra bases. Nice play, Abigail. But the next batter is Johnson, and Malaya says, "Catch this." Man, I'll have what she's having. That ball got out of here in a hurry. Johnson's 5th homer of the year makes it 5-0. And if you hit a dinger for Roseville, you get to rock the home run chain. Malaya showing off the bling. Tigers tacked on 2 more runs before the Falcons finally get on the board. Claudia Dudek clobbers one to straightaway center. She's a freshman. There goes the shutout for Johnson, but the UC Santa Barbara commit shut it down for the rest of the way. 12 strikeouts in an 11-1 win. The Tigers and their 7 Division I commits look to clinch the CVC crown later this week.
Our team is stacked. We have a lot of good players. We have pretty much a commit in each position. We've just come together more as a team and started playing for each other, and that's been shown in our past couple of games actually. So we're really excited to go on in the rest of the season.
Sam Bird coming to you from Antelope High School as the Titans hosted the Nevada Union Miners for some Tuesday night volleyball. And the Miners would get on the board first. Bodie Eelkema tips it to Brady Mills, who sets it up for Brett Cota, and he hits it to no man's land as the Miners would take the early lead. But the Titans were answering right back. Daniel Galushkin sets it up for Isaac Kessler, and he hits this perfect tip to get the Titans right back in it. But the Miners had broken away. Tate Bodetti sets it up for Mills, and he puts it away with this left-handed kill as the Miners would take set 1. On to set 2, and the Titans were looking to offset the momentum. Daniel Marquez goes up for the kill, but denied. Bodetti is there with the block, and the Miners were holding strong. But the Titans were still mighty. Marquez digs it for Galushkin, who sets it up for Caden Hutcherson, and there's no returning that one. The Titans would hold a steady lead, but not for long. Mills sets it up for Ben Hescock, and no one's stopping that laser beam. The Miners complete the comeback and take set 2. On to the third set now, and the Miners were looking to mount their comeback. To which Kessler says, "I got this one, boys." He blocks the kill and tips it back over, and no one is there to defend it. And the Titans defense continued to dazzle. Mills goes up for the kill, but Marquez is there as he says, "Not in my house." The Titans would hold the lead here in set 3. But the Miners had their mojo flowing the whole game. Mills sets it up for Saxon Mosman, and he hits it off the fingertips of the defenders. The Miners have taken the lead right back. And they were looking to put the game away, and Eelkema was just the man for the job. The set from Bodetti was perfect as the Miners would take set 3 and the victory. The Miners get the sweep Tuesday night and improve to 25-5 on the season.
Time now for the Players of the Week. These players are chosen for their standout performances from games played last week. Our first Player of the Week is Emma Fallon from Folsom. The senior pitcher threw 7 strong, striking out 12 in the Bulldogs' win over Del Oro. The Bulldogs pulled into a first-place tie with the Golden Eagles with just 2 weeks left of the regular season.
Our second Player of the Week is Joe Ortiz from Galt. The Warriors took down crosstown rival Liberty Ranch last week for the first time in 6 years. Joe was 2 for 3 at the plate with 2 doubles and 3 RBIs. Joe Ortiz and Emma Fallon, this week's Players of the Week.
Stanford Healthcare brings us important tips so athletes can perform at their very best.
Here's Dr. Stephen Weiss with this week's Stanford Health Tip.
Most people who play a contact sport, particularly football, have experienced a stinger or burner at some point. This is also referred to as dead arm syndrome. Getting a stinger puts you at a 3-time risk for having another one in the future. Stingers are most commonly caused by a direct blow to the shoulder or head, which causes stretching of the nerves. It usually presents as temporary tingling or numbness in the arm, but can also present with weakness, usually in the muscles of your shoulder or your bicep. Symptoms usually resolve within a couple of minutes, but can last much longer. You can return to play as soon as symptoms have completely gone away and you have full strength and normal range of motion.
Coming up, our first SunPower Electric game is the big MEL Showdown with undefeated Rodriguez and Vanderbilt.
Then it's the Stunt Championships held at Vista del Lago. This is 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
You can't put a price on good sleep, but at Mattress Firm's Unjoke Your Sleep sale, you can get up to 60% off top-selling brands, like Sealy Queen mattresses starting at $279.99. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchase up to a $499 value. Or shop Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America, in stock for immediate delivery, and get a $300 instant gift. And get 0% interest for 60 months with your Mattress Firm credit card. Only at Mattress Firm.
Welcome back to the NBC Sports Studio here at Levi Stadium. Our first SunPower Electric game tonight between two top section teams. It is also the first place series in the Monticello Empire League. The Rodriguez Mustangs are undefeated on the year.
Vanden is 10-1 in league, 22-2 overall. The winner of the series will most likely be the MEL champion. Game 1 of the 3-game series is our SunPower Electric game. Our Parker Ream was there.
Game. 44 wins and just 2 losses. The resumes for Rodriguez and Vanden could not be more impressive heading into the final series of the Monticello Empire League. Parker Ream on hand for Game 1 of the 3-game set that will decide who gets crowned the league champion. We start with Rodriguez, who enters this series undefeated at 23-0, 12-0 in league play. The Mustangs are a complete team led by Miguel Ramos and Jake Mecho. Can they stay undefeated against a Vanden team that just sits 1 game back of first place? Jake Tranchina is hitting .431 for the Vikings and has 21 RBIs on the season as Vanden looks to hand the Mustangs their first loss of the season. This one's going to be a good one. You guys know the drill. It's Vanden taking on Rodriguez in this week's SunPower Electric game. Let's get right into it because there were a lot of highlights to get to. Eric Diaz on the mound in the top of the first. He dominated for Vanden early. Strikes out Miguel right there. One of 6 strikeouts for Eric. In the bottom half, bases loaded for Diaz, and he does it all. Rips this ball down the third base side, and it gets through. 1 run scores. Tranchina comes around to score, and Cody Buckley comes on in from first. The bases clearing double puts Vanden on top 3-0. Fast forward to the bottom of the second. Bases loaded for Daryl Dilworth, and he wears this one to bring in Devin Paris. 4-0 Vikes. Next batter we go. Tyler James at the dish, and he pops this one up. All he needed to do. Doing his job, the sac fly brings in yet another run, and Vanden is pouncing on the undefeated Mustangs in the third. Jack Brooks having a nice day for himself. Gets his second double of the day all the way to the fence. He went 3 for 4. A solid effort that paves the way for Daryl at the plate. He smacks this one a shot to left center, and that is gone. A 2-run blast puts Vanden up 7-0, but Rodriguez showing some life in the 5th. Check this play out. Miguel at the dish, shoots it down the first base side. Great play by Jason Olsen. On to Eric Diaz with the athletic play, but he's safe. 1 run scores, and the throw onto home not in time, safe as the ball gets away, and Miguel scoots to second. That is important because next batter, Caden Wild with the base hit to left, and Ramos comes on in to score. Rodriguez adds 5 runs in the 5th. We knew it would be a good game, and it lived up to the billing. They got it done defensively too. Trevor Morse shows bunt, pops it up. What a play here by Grant Kerr coming in from first and showing off the athleticism. Mustangs gaining momentum late, but it was all up to Morse to close things out in the end. 2 1/3 innings pitched, allowing no runs and only 2 hits in relief as he strikes out Miguel, and Vanden goes on to take game 1 and pull into a tie with Rodriguez for first place in the MEL. I caught up with Daryl about just how big this win is.
I think it definitely set the tone for the series. I think that if we keep pushing it, and I know it's going to be a hard series, especially going to there, so we just got to keep forward, keep hitting, keep doing what we kept doing, and I think we'll be good.
In our SunPower Electric game, I'm Parker Ream, 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Mark Willis here for the section championship for stunt. Top seed Oak Ridge taking on the 2nd seed Rockland. First quarter, the partner stunt section. Oak Ridge calls for routine 5, and the Trojans take this one. McKenna Denlevy, Mackenzie Gregvik, and Jalen Dawson anchoring the base, and Mariah Huang doing the flying. Oak Ridge jumps out to a 4-1 lead after 1. Trojans feeling good, nice and relaxed, and doing the wave. In the second quarter, the Pyramids and Tosses section, Oak Ridge with control, they call for the first routine. And well, to me, both teams were solid on the technique. Rockland's Flyer Sophia Strasser, Tess Hardy, and Rachel Pfeiffer did a great job with the Pyramids, as well as Oak Ridge, Audrey Sell, Taylor Mickelson, and Madison Dunlap, she's in the middle, did just as well, so the judges gave this one a tie, and we go into halftime, Trojans on top 8-2. In the third, it's jumps and tumbling time. Rockland leads 2-1 in this section. We pick it up midway through this one. Rockland with the scissor kicks in perfect harmony. Give it up to Oak Ridge, though, and their tumblers, Kyla Lindenthal and Jaden Reynolds, the triple backhanded spring stick in that. Yeah, and Aaron Wadowski going solo on this big twist. Yeah, I made all that up, but she stuck it anyways. Judges liked it too, and the Trojans lead by 5 after 3. In the fourth quarter, it's a combination of all three, and that's when Oak Ridge ran away with it, outscoring Rockland 6-3 and giving the Trojans the section title with a 16-8 final score. We caught up with one of the captains after the match.
It feels so good. After COVID and a few rough years, it feels really good to just win.
Coming up, Stag and Bear Creek play with the league lead on the line.
Then you'll meet this week's inspirational athlete from the Granite Bay Rugby team. But first, take a look at our Sac-Hi section softball top 10 poll.
Every day, the sun comes up. And right on cue, the work begins. We start every morning, knowing full well we're in it for the long haul. Our work is a labor of love. No task too small, no moment uncherished. And although we're not often thanked, we rest knowing that our work is making a brighter future. This is more than milk.
Right now, my electrical bill is about $10 a month.
This is definitely one of the best investments we did in our house.
All over the country, people are taking control over their electric bills by going solar with SunPower. We offer the most efficient, durable panels on the market, so you can see a return on your investment every month.
I was paying $220 a month. Now I pay about $22 a month.
Right now, 49ers faithful get a $1,000 Visa reward card from SunPower. Go online today.
Welcome back to the NBC Sports Studio here at Levi Stadium. The Bear Creek Bruins are just a few wins away from clinching the San Joaquin League title. Carson Reve leads the Bruins with 30 RBIs and a .492 batting average.
Angelo Guerrero is hitting .451 with 21 RBIs for the Stag Delta Kings. Both Bear Creek and Stag come into the Friday meeting 12-1 in league with one game left to play. So this game will likely decide it all. Here is Stag and Bear Creek.
Parker Ream in Stockton Friday as Stag looks to knock off Bear Creek and take the San Joaquin Athletic Association title. Connor Ravi on the mound for the Bruins, and he throws some gas, strikes out Angelo Guerrero to end the top of the first, but Eli Brooks wasn't backing down for the Delta Kings. In the bottom half, he strikes out Connor. Strike 3 called, and the score holds at 0. We fast forward to the bottom of the second. A hit by pitch puts Tyler Laughlin on first, and the bases are juiced, but Brooks was not phased. He strikes out Danny Gallego, and Stag gets out of the jam, but they couldn't hold Bear Creek down forever. In the third, Eli dumps one in the dirt, and a runner comes on in to score 1-0. Bear Creek strikes first, then the next batter up to bat, and again it's in the dirt, a passed ball. It seems like that's the most popular highlight that I get. In the next inning, Stag got on the board. Angelo at the dish. He loops this one over the third baseman's head, and it drops in for the RBI single to drive in Corbett Freeman, and the Delta Kings pull within just one run. Bear Creek was determined to widen that gap. In the fifth, 4-1, Alex Hernandez makes solid contact to deep right center. It drops in, and Aiden Imperial comes in to make it 5-1. In the sixth we go. Sam Kaler slaps one to almost the same spot as Alex, and the RBI single drives in another run. 6-1. Bear Creek leads. So we head to the seventh. Last chance for Stag, and Daniel Martinez grounds it to Darren Eels. On to first for the out, but a run comes on in to score. 6-2. Stag still alive, but Kaler came on in relief and shut this game down. Strikes out Corbett to end the game, and Bear Creek wins their 6th straight league title, 6-2. I caught up with Carson after the game.
Well, we got 2 first, and then
early run support, felt good, and just kept going from there.
Every week we bring you the stories of athletes who inspire us.
Brian Mueller has the story of a Granite Bay junior who came to America without his parents, but has found a family in rugby.
California is #1 in many things, some good, some not so good. But did you know that the #1 high school club rugby team in the country resides right here in Granite Bay?
Ultimately, I think it helps us, but it's also kind of nerve-wracking because, we're competitors and we want to win and we want to maintain that #1 position, and we don't want to lose.
Even if you can't tell a fullback from a flanker, if there's one thing you do know about rugby, it's probably that it's a hard-hitting sport. But through the carnage, there is also camaraderie.
I love the brotherhood, really. That's my favorite part. Everyone's a team, everyone's a family. Everyone gets along well, pick each other up when we're down.
The team spirit you got, it teaches you a lot of things when you play the sports that I like.
That's Brian Boyne, a junior who plays the prop position, aka...
It's like the big boys in the scrum. It's pretty tough. It's pretty tough, yeah. You got just a bunch of buddies around here trying to just knock you over and just got to deal with it. So yeah, it's pretty tough.
Rolling with the punches is something Brian has learned to do in the last couple years. He grew up in Nantes, France, with his parents and 3 siblings, but moved to California less than 2 years ago without his parents or being able to speak English.
I'm not gonna say horrible, but it was just, I don't know, it was just mentally hard to be away from your parents. Don't know how to speak like English, don't have that many friends and all that. It was pretty tough.
Brian's parents are both from Cameroon in Central Africa and met each other at a restaurant in Paris. And while Brian has spent the majority of his life in France, he was actually born in America.
My dad told my mom that he wanted his children to be Americans, so they find a way to make me and my 3 brothers born in America here. Like that, we get to be here later to study and go to college, have better opportunities.
Mom and Dad sent Brian along with his older brother Dwayne to live with their aunt. Brian started school here at Granite Bay in 2020 as a sophomore, and it turns out it was an education in more ways than one.
It's just 2 different universes, like everything's different, like nothing's the same. I came here, was talking about meters, talking in meters, centimeters, and all that, and people were just laughing at me and be like, what are you talking about?
It's just one example of the distance Brian felt between himself and his classmates, but that's where Granite Bay Rugby comes in. Brian joined the team last season after football, being welcomed into the brotherhood when he needed it most.
It was a challenge for him, but everyone helped him out. So did I, especially to help him learn English.
Imagine just one night you're in your room, just thinking about your family and all that stuff that's going on, and just the next day in the morning, you just go to school and you have your friends. Hey, what's up, Brian? How you doing? How's friends? So like, do you miss it and all that? You get to talk about things that you like to people that obviously look like they care about you, which helps a lot.
He brings a balance to our team. He brings a different perspective with his journey here to Granite Bay, and there's not another kid in our program that has that same story. And I think the kids respect that,
It's been an education for everyone involved. And while Brian has picked up his fair share of bumps and bruises, he's also been hit with a healthy dose of perspective.
That I'm not the center of the world. Yeah, I did learn that for sure, and that other people have feelings, and I learned also how much I love my parents and my brothers.
It accelerates, obviously, your maturity and your responsibilities. I've never heard him just talk about himself.
Brian will get to see his family again this summer when he goes home to France. But before that, he and the rest of his teammates have a big trip themselves. They're going to Indiana in May for the National Rugby Championship. Reporting in Granite Bay, Brian Mueller, 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
GBR 3, 1, 2, 3, GBR!
Brian says he wants to study computer science in college, and Granite Bay coach Chris Miller says Brian can absolutely play at the next level.
Fantastic. Go into computer science. Yes. You'll make good money. All right, coming up, not broadcasting. Coming up, the Mattress Firm Perfect Match, the Girls Lacrosse Championship between Vista del Lago and Oak Ridge.
Then more baseball action with Woodland and Costa Roble. But first, here is this week's Spirit Corner featuring the Argonaut cheer team.
At Tracy Toyota, we're not just devoted to selling cars. We're committed to our community. We're donating $100,000 to help local organizations in Tracy. We call it Champions Thanking Heroes, like empowered men built to win who help provide food and shelter to men in need. We're even donating $50 for every vehicle sold. Shop our great lineup of new Toyotas in person or at tracytoyota.com and get specials like this during the Make It Yours sales event. Tracy Toyota, with you all the way.
You can't put a price on good sleep, but at Mattress Firm's Unjoke Your Sleep sale, you can get up to 60% off top-selling brands, like Sealy Queen mattresses starting at $279.99. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchase up to a $499 value. Or shop Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America, in stock for immediate delivery, and get a $300 instant gift. And get 0% interest for 60 months with your Mattress Firm credit card. Only at Mattress Firm.
49ers Sac-Hi Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Stanford Healthcare, #1 in Northern California for orthopedics. And by SunPower, proud sponsor of the San Francisco 49ers.
Back at the NBC Sports studio here at Levi's Stadium, the lacrosse season finishing up this week. And for our Mattress Firm Perfect Match this week, we have the final game of the postseason tournament. Oak Ridge making it to the finals and featuring Oregon-bound senior Jaden Lang.
Davis will be the Trojans' opponent after beating a very good Vista team in the semifinal round. Devin Morris leads the Blue Devils with 67 goals on the year. Each week we scour the section for the perfect match on the field, just like Mattress Firm wants to find you a mattress that is your perfect match. Oak Ridge and Davis Girls Lacrosse is this week's Mattress Firm Perfect Match.
Brian Bueller at Davis Thursday night for a postseason rematch from the last time we had normal lacrosse playoffs in 2019. Davis beat Oak Ridge by 1 3 years ago. Trojans coming out stronger in 22. Alex Young starts the scoring just 30 seconds in, and the Trojans lead 1-0. 4 minutes later, the Blue Devils trying to answer, but Bella Crivello comes up with not one, but 2 saves to keep Davis in the dark. It's 3-zip now. Katie Miranda to Lindsey Rogers over the middle for the nice catch and score. 4-0 Oak Ridge. It will be 5-0 before the Blue Devils will get on the board. Tori Agnew with the free position goal, and the Oak Ridge lead is down to 4. But it's the sophomore, Ella Rutherford, restoring order for Oak Ridge. The nice spin and score, and it's back to a 5-goal lead. It will be 9-1 at the half. In the second, the Blue Devils strike first. Devin Hawk swoops in for the score, and Davis is down 9-2. After the teams exchange goals, the Blue Devils gain a little more ground. Colette Quast to Agnew for the hat trick, 10-4. But Oak Ridge wouldn't let them get any closer. Kate Carpenter finds a curling Natalie Mancinelli. That makes it 12-4, and the Trojans go on to take the area championship 14-4.
All right, we are here with your champion, Oak Ridge Trojans. Congratulations. All right, I know some of these seniors were on this team that lost to Davis a few years ago. What does this win mean?
It's just big to finally say that we did it and we got here, and we've been working for this for a couple years. We had playoff canceled last year. We didn't have them my sophomore year because of COVID. It's nice to get here. It's nice to finish the job and get the win.
Yeah, it must seem like an eternity ago that game happened, right?
It was a completely different team. There were only 3 of us here that were on that team, but for those 3 seniors to get back here and get the win tonight was big.
Okay, excellent. All right, Natalie, going to come all the way over here. I know you guys, are used to scoring goals, and the offense was pretty free-flowing tonight. What was kind of the key to scoring as many goals as you guys did?
We work really well with fast ball movement. We get that ball fast, we get it rolling, we keep it under control, we get the goals.
All right, well done. All right, Bella, you were kind of in charge of the defense here tonight. Nice job. Bella! Stud! Now, talk to me about that early defensive effort. You had a few saves at the beginning. It kind of set the tone. Tell me how important that was.
I think it's kind of important, but I think it's more important that the defense sees that we're playing together and we're ready to help each other out. So I think it's more about bringing each other up.
All right, you guys did it tonight. Well done. All right, and from Bella to Ella now. You win this playoff game here tonight, but looking forward now, what is the team's goal from here?
We're moving on to NCS. We got hopefully 4 games left. We're going to make it to the championship is the goal, and obviously win for the first time for us.
All right, hopefully we'll see it. Good luck the rest of the way. Once again, your champion, Oak Ridge Trojans. Congratulations, guys.
Second place showdown on the line as Woodland travels to Casa Roble. Top of the first, Woodland with a runner on third. Austin Stapleton singles to center. Off the end of the bat, it falls for a hit. Carter Imbach comes in, and it's 1-0. Bob in the first, and Casa gets that run back as Roman James bloops a single just out of the way of the defense. E.D. Winfield scores, and we're all knotted up at 1. After giving up the run in the first, Vaughn Dockendorf settles down, took over the game as he gets the whiff to end the second. In the third, Casa picks a few more runs up as Colton DiCarlo hits a fly ball to right with the bases loaded. Jonathan Thompson for Woodland comes in with a catch. The tag at third is Roman James, and he's in 4-1 Rams. Casa gets a 5th run when Joey Galden grounds out to short. Marco Romero over to first for the out. Aiden Nielsen comes in to score, and it's 5-1. In the fourth now, Woodland has a runner on. Fly ball down the line, but E.D. Winfield running for days. He makes the old Willie Mays, hey, say hey, kid, kind of catch. Nice play. They're all loaded again for the Rams in the bottom half of the fourth. Tyrus Vaught pops a single to the left. Joey Golden scores on the hit, and Casa's cruising. We jump ahead to the winning run now on third base for Casa. Connor Anderson delivers the walk-off hit to score Vaught, and that would do it as the Rams from Casa Roble go on to win in 5 innings, 11-1. We caught up with the winning pitcher after the game.
We had that spring break tournament. We came out hot, got third there, and then we came out hot this week. First game was a battle, 11 innings. Next 2 games, run roll 'em. Feels good to be out here.
Coming up, Central Catholic and East Union in Valley Oak League play.
Then it's Lodi and Lincoln in the Tri-City League. 49ers Sac-Hi Sports will be back in a moment. Welcome back to 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. Central Catholic is the team sitting on top of the Valley Oak League. The Raiders come into the week 7-1 in league play and have a guy batting over 500 on the year. Braxton Thomas comes into the week batting .507 with 24 runs batted in.
East Union looking for a series win over Central Catholic to keep its league title hopes alive. The Lancers have 2 very strong starting pitchers. Evan Jeffrey and Zach Grabowski have nearly identical stats, each with around 2.0 ERA. Central Catholic took home the win in Game 1. Game 2 played on Thursday at EU.
East Union looking for a win over first place Central Catholic Thursday. Tyler Wentworth is the Raiders' leadoff man, and he gets the game started with a base knock. The speedy 3-sport star gets to second on the hit, and 2 batters later, Braxton Thomas is at the plate, and he ropes one down the right field line. Wentworth scores. Braxton with the double. The Raiders lead it 3-0 after 1. Runners on the corners for EU in the bottom of the inning. Evan Jeffrey dribbles one back to the pitcher. Second baseman makes a great play on it, but everyone is safe, including Ace Avalar at home. East Union with its first run. Top of 2, Aiden Ponyboy Taylor with a runner on second, singles to the left side. Wentworth rounding third, making his way home. He is safe at the plate. Ponyboy into second. The Washington-bound running back with an RBI knock. Top of the fourth, it is now 5-1 when Thomas hits a booming fly ball to straightaway center, but Ryan Van Arsdale tracks it down, makes a great grab against the fence. It goes down in the books as a sac fly. Next batter is Fernando Alanese, and the catcher hits a ground ball up the middle. That brings home Ponyboy. It's 10-1 CC after the 5-run inning. Meanwhile, on the mound for the Raiders, Nolan Anderson is dealing. He gets one of his 6 strikeouts to end the 5th. Bottom 6 now, Evan Jeffrey with the runner on, smokes the ball to right center. It's over the fielder's head and trouble. AJ Vasquez into third. Jeffrey with the double. The Lancers would score on a fielder's choice. But this game belongs to the Raiders as Braxton Thomas hits an absolute no-doubter to right center. The solo shot for the junior caps off his game-leading 3 RBI performance. The Raiders improving to 10-1 in league and clinching at least a share of the VOL title.
Parker Ream here in Stockton. A beautiful Tuesday for some baseball and a big matchup in the Tri-City Athletic League. First inning, the Flames coming out hot. Dylan Bartlett at the dish, and he scoots it through the infield for the base hit. You know, if I show you a play like that, something's bound to happen on the next highlight. Bartlett takes off for second, and a great throw by Caleb Hendricks on to Ray Olivas, who applies the tag, but exactly what Lodi wanted. Nathan Sherbondy comes on in to put Lodi on the board first. In the bottom half, Diego Davis hits a dribbler to the shortstop, and it's through the legs. Davis aboard safely as Rowan Kelly and Sam Tillman come on in to make it 2-1. Next batter we go. Kyle Newport at the dish, and he hits a looper, but Lodi, again, unable to come up with it in the infield, and Diego is rounding third on his way home as Lincoln puts up a 4 spot in the first inning. In the bottom of the second, more of the same. Caleb Hendricks makes solid contact on this one all the way to the fence to bring in Sam Tillman for the stand-up RBI triple. But Lodi had an answer in the top of the third. Dominic Brasesco with the shallow hit to center. It drops in for the RBI single, and the Flames cut the lead to just 3. Lodi could jump into a share for first in league with a win on Tuesday, but Lincoln sure didn't want that. Later in the inning, Gavin Mora with the line drive to left. The base hit brings in another run, and the lead is cut to just 2. Flames on a roll, trying to add more. Carson Devine at the plate now. He slaps this oppo, but Lincoln's made our Plays of the Week nominees 3 straight weeks, might be a 4th. Newport with the diving catch to end the inning. We fast forward to the 5th now. Kyle up to bat. Ball gets away, and Diego Davis is coming on home. Play at the plate, and he is safe. Trojans go up 6-3. Aiden Bowman came on to sure things up. He did quite well. Strikes out Sherbondy to end the top of the 6th, and he is fired up. In the 7th, he got some help from his guys behind him. Surely there can't be multiple web gems in the same highlight, much less by the same guy, Kyle Newport. Have a day, young fellas. So nice, you had to see it twice. You might see it a 3rd time in Plays of the Week as Lincoln takes a 2-game lead for first place in the TCAL, 6-3.
First place showdown in the Foothill Valley League between Oakmont and Ponderosa. The only league loss this year has been to these Bruins. Pondo's ace was looking strong in the first inning, and Niles gets the whiff to end the inning. Second inning now, and Oakmont has runners on, but that's when Niles bears down and gets the strikeout looking to end the inning. Still no score. Third inning now. This time Oakmont has 2 on. Pondo's Amelia Mahee flips to Molly McFarland for the force out at third. Could the Bruins get out of another jam? Madison Redinger says no for Oakmont as Redinger gets a knock on this high drive to center. Peterson moves from first to third, and Maria Gonzalez comes in to score, and the Vikings take a 1-0 lead. Pondo responds in the bottom of the third. The hit and run is on, but a great defensive stop by Peterson gets the out at 1 on the play. OS moves to over to third. Now, with runners on the corners, Chase Mueller flies out to left field. Sophia Gonzalez with the catch, and the throw home is not in time for the speedy Peyton OS. She scores to tie the game up at 1 in the 4th inning with runners on third, and they look to push a run across, but a great play by McFarland to catch the would-be bunt attempt for the out to end the inning. In the 5th, 2 on for Pondo, and Bryn Escobar shows how to drop down the bunt. Brooklyn Norquist breaks from third. She scores on the squeeze play. Escobar's out, but gets the job done. Pondo up 2-1 with 2 on in the 6th. Coach calls that squeeze play again. This time Kelsey Joyner drops down a beauty and scores Bailey McGovern, who just gets past the tag, and that would do it. Ponderosa wins 3-1 and now has a stranglehold on the league with a week to go.
This season's a lot of fun, especially we're kind of coming in as the underdogs because last season we weren't 100%, and then we came out this season and worked our butt off to get here. It was a lot of fun.
Each week we present the Scholar Athlete Award.
This week's Scholar Athlete Award goes to Gavin McLendon from Whitney. The junior pitcher sports a 1.09 ERA on the mound, and in the classroom sports a 4.0 GPA.
Coming up, our second SunPower Electric game, McClatchy and River City meet with the league lead on the line.
Then it's Bandon and Vacaville softball as 49ers Sac-Hi Sports rolls along.
You can't put a price on good sleep, but at Mattress Firm's Unjoke Your Sleep sale, you can get up to 60% off top-selling brands, like Sealy Queen mattresses starting at $279.99. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchase up to a $499 value. Or shop Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America, in stock for immediate delivery, and get a $300 instant gift. And get 0% interest for 60 months with your Mattress Firm credit card. Only at Mattress Firm.
McClatchy comes into the week 17-2 on the year, 8-0 in league play. The Lions are just a few wins away from a Metro League title, but so are the River City Raiders.
Yeah, and River City's also undefeated in league at 8-0. Game 1 of the two-game set played at River City on Wednesday. It's our second SunPower Electric game. Mark Willis was there.
Electric game.
Yeah, it's safe to say that we'll find out after this week who the league champ will be. Both McClatchy and River City are undefeated this year in league, and they really haven't been tested either. The Lions have been led by their wall of a catcher, Malcolm Moore. The 4-year varsity starter and All-American leads the team with a .550 batting average and is tied for 4th in homers in the nation with 12. Gabe Henderson and Julian Cremona are also doing plenty of damage at the plate for the Lions. As for the Raiders, they are led by senior Freddie Rodriguez. The Cal Poly commit is leading the team in RBIs and has a sub-1 ERA on the hill. Riley Stevens leads the team with 8 wins, and Bryce Sabaki is very hard to keep off the bases. Well, that's about it. I'm super excited to bring you guys the SunPower Electric game. Get those cameras all set up and let's get after it. Stevens on the hill for the boys in blue. Top of the first, McClatchy gets on the board. Julian Kimona shoots a ball down the left field line. Gabe Henderson comes in to score, and just like that, it's 1-0 the Lions. 2-0 now when Mason Ogihara lifts a fly ball to left. RC's JJ Torrent makes the catch. It's deep enough for Kimona to score from third, and the Lions lead it 3-0. Gabe Henderson getting the start from McClatchy, and he looked great early on, getting the whiff. Top of 2 now for the Lions with a runner on third. Malcolm Moore singles past the drawn-in infield. Scoring from third is Brandon Silva, and it's 4-0. With 2 on in the top of the third, Silva singles over the infielder's head and into right. 1 run's in, 2 runs are in, and the McClatchy Lions have broken this thing wide open, 6-2. In the 4th inning now, 2 runners on for the Lions again. Sean Lohr lays into this pitch and sends it deep to left. It falls for a double, and Henderson and Moore come in to score. 8-2 Lions. 5th inning now, Lions have runners on for Gabe Henderson, and this dude gets all of that one to the windows, to the walls. This baby's gone. It's now a 10-0 ball game. Next batter's Malcolm Moore. He steps up and sends this pitch deep into the West Sacramento baby blue skies. It's gone. His 13th on the season. That ties him for 2nd in the nation in home runs, and that would do it as the Lions win big 11-0 in 5 innings. We caught up with Mr. Malcolm Moore after the game.
We're really clicking on all cylinders. We're coming together, a lot of friends in the clubhouse, and we're just having a lot of fun out here, and that's the most important thing.
In West Sacramento, for the SunPower Electric game, I'm Mark Willis, 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Brian Mueller here to see a fired-up Vacaville squad hosting Vanden Wednesday afternoon. The Vikings have won the first 2 matchups this year, and they get off to another good start. Top 1, Kira Cahalan up with 2 on, and she drives it to right center. 2 runs come in, and Vanden has the early lead. Still top 1, Kalia Gibson gets the bunt down, and nobody is home for the Bulldogs. The shortstop covering third, so it's the old RBI double on a bunt for Gibson. Top 3 now, the Vikings have the bases loaded, and Cassandra Zapata decided to do a little spring cleaning, clearing the bases with this gapper to the wall. Vanden is up 6-0, but Vacaville answers in the bottom half of the inning. Michaela Freshour bangs this through the infield. Kay Manuel scores, and the Bulldogs are on the board. But here come the Vikings again in the 4th. They have 2 on, and Mia Zabat gets a hold of this one way back in left and gone, a 3-run homer, and the Vikings now lead 9-1. But the Bulldogs again respond in their frame. Manuel with a drive to right center. That plates 2, and it's 9-3. Later in the inning, Jordan Munn with a little blooper to right. That will drop. Here comes Manuel with her 2nd run of the game, and that makes it 9-4. That still is the score going into the 6th when Vanden starts tacking on again. Hazel Gray goes with the pitch, and a nice piece of hitting produces a 2 RBI single, 11-4 Vikings. But they were not done in the inning. Shawnee's Hogue Lacey keeps the hits coming with a single to left. Another run scores, and Vanden is up 12-4. But just like they did 2 times before, the Bulldogs bark back in their half of the inning. Munn hits it in the exact same spot as her last hit. She loves that Bermuda Triangle area. That scores Audrey Castillo 12-5. Then it's fresh hour again with her second RBI of the game on a base hit to right. Vacaville now down 12-6, but Gray would put up a scoreless frame in the 7th and go the distance for the win. Vanden makes it 3 in a row over Vacaville, 12-6 the final.
Remember, all of the game footage we shoot is available for purchase on our website. Go to 49ers Sac-Hi-Sports.com. We will send you the entire game digitally.
Follow us on social media for lots of fun and exciting content. Our Instagram story is a great way to keep updated with scores, news, and a lot more. 49ers.Sac-Hi is our handle on Instagram and Twitter.
Coming up, Tri-City League softball with Lincoln of Stockton and Tracy.
Then it's Pioneer meeting Dixon on the baseball field. 49ers Sac-Hi Sports will be right back.
The Tri-City League softball race is winding down. Just a few more weeks to go, and the Lincoln Trojans are sitting on top of the standings at 9-0. Lincoln is led by Tennessee Chattanooga commit Peja Gould and her 1.0 ERA. And you can't forget the UOP-bound shortstop Jordan Hayes. She has 6 homers on the year.
I would never forget Jordan.
Never forget.
Very memorable. Lincoln taking on second place Tracy. The Bulldogs are 9-2. Senior slapper Kasea Fa'asasila is batting .524 on the year. Tracy needing a win over Lincoln to stay in the league title hunt. The game played on Wednesday.
Tracy area sports coverage is presented by Tracy Toyota off Freeway 205 in Tracy, with you all the way. The Tracy Bulldogs taking on Lincoln Wednesday afternoon. It's the top 2 teams in the Tri-City League. Top of the second, the Trojans with 2 on for Mia Pamplona, and the freshman catcher clears the bases. A 3-run shot for Mia, and it gives Lincoln the early 3-0 lead. An inning later, it's the same situation for Danielle Hunter, and that ball is going, gone. A long at bat for Danny ends in a 3-run home run. Lincoln jumps out to a 6-0 lead. Bottom of the third, Bulldogs leadoff hitter Vanessa Lang gets the inning started with an infield single. Tracy trying to get something going, but Mia Pamplona has other plans as she guns out the runner, stealing second. Mia, one of 2 freshmen in the starting lineup. The other is Trojan leadoff hitter Olivia Holt, and the speedy slapper nabs her second hit of the day, blooping one down the left field line and making it to second on the hit. Lincoln with a runner in scoring position, but Tracy pitcher Hannah Schaller eventually gets out of the inning unscathed. That is one of her 13 strikeouts. Here is the Tracy offense in the bottom of the 6th. Caitlin Bridgman drops a single into shallow left field. 2 batters later, there are 2 on for Ava Mendoza, and Ava hits a hard line drive to right center. Bridgman scores, so does Melissa George. Ava with a 2-run double at 6-2 Trojans. Then it's Mendoza showing off her defense in the following inning, making a diving catch on the bunt and doubling up the runner at first. A double play for the junior third baseman. But on the mound for the Trojans was Peja Gould, and she was good. Strikeouts 13, 14, and 15 come in the bottom of the 7th, and the Trojans improve to 10-0 in league, just a game away from clinching at least a share of the Tri-City League, 2 games away from clinching it outright.
Brian Mueller here at Dixon on a Monday afternoon for the start of a 3-game set with visiting Pioneer. First place on the line in the Golden Empire League. Scoreless, top 2, a runner on for Landon Dollar, and he is neither late nor short on this swing. It's a long drive to center and down. Nico Rodriguez scores, and it's 1-0 on the triple. But the Rams answer in the bottom half of the inning. Cooper Dwyer up with 2 on, and he finds some space in left center. It's a 2 RBI double, and Dixon has a 1-run lead. It would stay that way until top 5 when the Patriots have a runner on third, and they tie it up on the air, and we have a new ball game. Bottom 6, Dixon looking to get something started. A little chopper to third. Sammy Sanchez looking like former Giant Freddie Sanchez on this play. Nice pick and throw to get the out. But in the bottom of the 7th, the Rams have first and second with 1 out, winning run at second. It's a grounder to short, and Carson Timothy starts the 6-3 double play, crisis averted, and we're going to extras. Top 8, runners at the quarters for Pioneer. It's a ground out at second, but good enough to plate the go-ahead run, and the Patriots are up 3-2. Bottom 8, Dixon down to their final out with the bases empty. Hey, but that's no problem for Cade Jacobson. He smashes this to dead center. That is out of here, and Clutch Cade ties this game up at 3, and we are headed to the 9th. Patriots have the go-ahead run on second, and Timothy comes up big again. This time at the plate, flips it into left. That scores Dollar, and Pioneer is back on top. They get an insurance run later in the inning on the suicide squeeze by Matthias Michel, and we head to the bottom of the 9th with Pioneer ahead 5-3. But you knew this game wouldn't end quietly. Dixon once again down to their final out, but with the bases loaded, here's Jacobson again. This time he walks. That makes it 5-4, the bases still full. But Michelle will get the job done on the hill as well. The backwards K to end it, and Pioneer wins a thriller 5-4 over Dixon.
Luke Galindo reporting from Vista del Lago as the Granite Bay Grizzlies and Vista del Lago Eagles get ready to battle for the league championship. Granite Bay has a very strong start. James Stabbert pushes off defender and slings it in off of 1 foot to take an early lead. Nate Golding puts on the brakes to lose the defender and zips it into the back of the net for a goal. Granite Bay leads 2-0. Cale Karras shoots and scores while on the run. Granite Bay now leads 3-0 with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Jackson Dagner is able to put up a shot with incoming pressure and scores while getting his shoulder to the chest. If only there were and ones on the cross. Granite Bay now leads 5-0 with 10 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Tyler Peterson is able to give some hope to his team as he lasers one in for a goal. With time ticking away in the first half, Owen Peters dumps one in to score with 1 second left in the half. Vista del Lago feeding off of some of that late momentum from the first half. Tristan Sackman scores after throwing up some fakes to get past the goalie. But Granite Bay still keeping their lead out of reach. Golding stays golden and scores his 3rd goal of the night. Sackman shooting from 20 yards out and lines it in to score. I think he was a little hyped about that one. Vista still trails 8-6 with 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Sackman showing off his range again and scores his 4th goal of the night. Time runs out and Granite Bay is able to hold on to their lead to win the league championship and advance to the North Coast Section Championship. Golding's 3-goal game lead the way to a 10-9 win over Vista del Lago.
Coming up, we will choose the play of the week. This could be the play of the week, maybe not.
But first, take a look at our Sac Joaquin Section Top 10 baseball poll.
Time now for the play of the week.
Here's our madman Mark Willis naming off the contenders and then awarding the play we thought was the very best.
We start in Dixon. Sammy Sanchez, the pick, and then the throw on the run for the Pioneer. Check out Rodriguez's first baseman, Grant Kerr, the diving catch. Don't be mad at me, Grant. That was awesome. But you got to see this. Ava Mendoza of Tracy does one better. She makes the diving catch and then throws for first for the double play, but coach, I can't see it. So this is the winner, Kyle Newport of Lincoln of Stockton, the diving catch. What's with these outfielders in Lincoln? All they do is make play of the week type plays. It's so nice, you have to see it twice. Right, Parker? Sorry, I had to take your thunder.
That's the play of the week, and that is 49ers Sac-Hi Sports for this week. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. I'm Aubrey Tolliver.
And I'm Robert Braunstein. Please join us next week to see the story of the twins from Manteca High School and their struggle with the loss of their mom. We'll see you then.